the show, 5 Stripe Fam. I'm AJ. Before we get into it, become part of the notification squad by hitting the bell next to the subscribe button on YouTube. Welcome to another episode of 5 Stripe Weekly, and Atl United, they beat the Seattle Sounders 2-1 on Saturday at the Benz. A full crowd of 68,000 to see it. And yeah, I mean, a goal that sent the entire stadium into pandemonium. But Andrew Gutman, he definitely surprised a lot of folks. Won this match for us in some really glorious fashion. But yeah, it was a tale of two halves for sure in this one. And in how it started anyway. I mean, of course, Gonzalo Pineda, it's his first game against his former club, the Seattle Sounders, in which he was an assistant coach. Brian Smetzer, of course, the head coach that he was coaching under, and definitely, the old like Star Wars Padawan becomes the master, maybe at least for one game anyway. But Seattle Sounders maybe still going a little bit through a CCL hangover. I mean, definitely a massive a massive win for the club in terms of CCL, but they have been not really in the spots that everyone would expect them to be in the Western Conference. They're in 6th, and so definitely a team that's at least on the outset looked like we could have had them a little bit, and clearly we were able to impose ourselves a little bit in this match. It starts off with, in terms of starting 11, Aiden McFadden comes in for George Campbell in an otherwise unchanged 11. And yeah, I mean, the first few minutes, maybe not really too much going on, but Caleb Wiley in the 23rd minute, he sent a ball up that left flank to Luis Araujo, who was not cutting in on the right this time. He was on the left wing, playing more as a straight-up winger, and he cut it back, and he found a streaking Ronaldo Cisneros, who was able to hit it with his left. It did ricochet off of the Seattle defender Andrade, and yeah, I mean, it worked out though, because that deflection, it was still on goal, and it was able to get past Fry into the back of the net. 1-0 to Atl United, and it's a lot better record, I think, when Atl United score first. Unfortunately, we do come back or find winners late in games, but it's usually maybe when, unfortunately, we have given up a lead. But there was a little bit of back and forth between Atlanta and Seattle in this one, in around the 32nd minute. Roldan, he sent it across, and Jordan Morris, he connected, put a header on goal. Rocco Rios Novo did come up with a good save to help it from the post. And we escaped that first half with a 0 on the board against, and 1 to the good. But definitely, unfortunately, Matteo Susetu, he rolled both ankles, and he had to come off. And Marcelo Moreno, he came in and replaced him. But in that second half, that's where it was a little bit where we had to kind of hunker down a little bit. And Seattle, they equalized in the 68th minute. Short cross from the end line, found Christian Roldan. Kind of a crowded box, and I mean, it was basically they found the leveler, and that's when LA United, we threw on Edwin Mosquera and also Andrew Gutman at the same time. debut for Mosquera, our first Colombian in the squad. And there was a ball that Mosquera, he got on the end of from Almada, showing his pace. And he was trying to find Almada, and unfortunately that didn't quite connect. But that's when right after that, pretty much, in another play, that's Andrew Gutman in the in deep stoppage time, 94th minute. It was just a moment of magic. Marcelo Moreno, he just a little simple pass to Gutman, who's way outside of the box, but he had a crack. He had a shot from distance, and no one expected him to put it in the back of the net. But that little bit of a belief maybe at that moment, Gutman, he was able to strike this ball with aplomb, and it hit that right side netting with his left foot. And Stefan Frei just completely frozen. He didn't really stretch to go get it. It was just kind of unbelievable. And I think a lot of fans, it's that hit and hope. But, sometimes you just got to strike the ball sometimes and not get too cute with it. And Gutman, the celebrations, the scenes, I mean, a big dog pile, and you can see what it meant to the squad and, the coaching staff as well, and just everyone in the stadium. They were, just flabbergasted. And, we were able to hold on and get the 3 points in this match. Hopefully something that can propel us. We shall see. But, I mean, it does, with this result, it gets us 1 point off of the Eastern Conference playoff line. We are still unfortunately in 12th, but it's impossibly tight in between the last playoff spot and us right now. So, definitely, I think of this match, it's something that it's sorely needed. You had Felipe Cardenas, who mentioned on his tweet that this was a signature win for Gonzalo Pineda. And maybe it is. Maybe, throwing on a guy that does get the game winner, obviously that does flatter the coach for sure. But, I think, you want to see more of those, like, team goals. That maybe that's more of the Pineda ball that we will really come to know. And that's what's, I think, the most important, is that the team plays in the way that Pineda wants them to. And so, there is a little bit of that, I think, with that first goal. A little bit of luck, but still, I mean, at the end of the day, we need more of this. If it's going to be, these type of lucky wins, I'll take it all day long. But, we'll wrap up this match, at least the review. And Atl United, they will play FC Cincy on Saturday next up. And I'll have that preview for you later on in this episode. But getting into the news and the that full stadium, they saw Andrew Gutman get the game winner, and he also got a spot into the left back position in the MLS Team of the Week this week. Ronaldo Cisneros, he mentioned after the match that, quote, "There was a lot of emotion in that moment. You can see on the bench, I jumped up as if I hadn't scored because we were all so happy for Andrew. And I think that goal just shows the power of family as a team, all the positive emotion in that moment." Definitely a beautiful moment for sure. And, Gutman, he also mentioned, "I'm not someone like Luis or Thiago or Josef. I don't have that kind of skill set. So for me to score something like that, I didn't even believe it really. So don't expect me to do that ever again." But definitely the celebration as well, with the OKs around his eyeballs. That was definitely yeah, some fun stuff that we've sorely been missing for a minute. And yes, congrats to Gutman for the goal and the game winner for us. Definitely a very, very much needed positive result. Hopefully we can keep that going. Unfortunately, the injury to Mateus has set to he will be out week to week. The right ankle was the one that truly bothered him and got him off the pitch, unfortunately. But yeah, best of wishes to a quick recovery for Josetu. But next up, the news of Darren Eales moving on to Newcastle. Well, he had a message for the 17s. I won't read the whole thing, but basically he goes through, an entire kind of lineage of him, kind of discovering the dormant, rabid fan base that is, Atlanta United fans. I mean, it's just, it's something that's, I think the way he initially saw us and heard about the rumors, I mean, we were known as a fickle sports town, but yeah, at the end of the day, I mean, Darren, he fully helped spring this dormant rabid fan base into what it is today, and the optics definitely speak for themselves. I mean, even in the down year, at least what you see from the attendance numbers anyway, 68,000. You have just not only the World Cup being going to be played at the Benz as well in 2026, as one of the host cities and one of the host venues. But yeah, he definitely put out a heartfelt message, and yeah, we wish Darren Eales all the best. But it's that legacy that he has kept with us, even though there might have been some beautiful moments and acrimonious moments in terms of his tenure here, in terms of maybe on the pitch at least, because I think maybe off the pitch, model citizen and someone that definitely brought us into the position that we are, at least as a giant in MLS, from a business standpoint and club standpoint, stature-wise. But yeah, definitely he will be missed. There will be, of course, like I mentioned in other episodes, that replacement will be found as soon as possible when they, kind of search through everyone. And it's interesting because Darren Eales, he is good friends with the current, in terms of someone that could be a candidate, but apparently, he showed up at the Benz and was there present because he is good friends with Eales, the Seattle Sounders, CEO, and so someone that we might be looking to. We'll see. We will find out if he is truly a candidate, but definitely, again, best of luck to Darren Eales. But next up, some surprise news for some, because most of us probably were in the dark that he was even even had a significant other, but Josef Martinez, he and his partner, they are expecting a baby boy. Josef, he kicked a ball that's exploded with the blue powder at the training grounds. Then he was lifted up by friends and family and thrown up in the air over and over again. And yeah, it's a big congrats to the king, who will be having a little prince coming soon. So hopefully best of luck in that whole process with them. And yeah, I mean, definitely a surprise, I think, for some, because he's kept that pretty under wraps, which is good on him. I mean, it's hard to do. But yeah, moving on from that, unfortunately, Atl Utd, they fell to the Birmingham Legion 6-0. Really, really poor result there. And yeah, it's Probably as soon as they can forget that, the better. But yeah, LA United LA United 2 anyway, not in really, really good form. Just kind of tough there. And they will travel to play New York Red Bulls 2 on Tuesday. But that does it for the news and gets us to the match preview. And LA United will be playing FC Cincy at TQL Stadium on Saturday at 7:30 p.m. Yeah, FC Cincy, they're on a roll lately. They just beat the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference in Philadelphia Union in their 8th try, but still, they definitely, yeah, I mean, they've been playing some good ball, and Brandon Vazquez, he has been balling out lately, and yeah, it's one of those where, yeah, 3-1 against the current top of the Eastern Conference. I mean, shoot, you know, they're in 6th place. They might just get a playoff appearance for the first time ever after, you know, some wooden spoons within their club history. But yeah, you know, in terms of their team, in terms of Lucho Acosta, he definitely, he still is that talisman for them. But yeah, in terms of key departures for FC Cincy, Joe Gyao and Kamaleo Makoto, 2 guys that were off the books for them now, and of course Alec Can has moved to them in the off season. Raymond Gaddis as well, and yeah, I mean, it's one of those where you know, Vazquez though, like, he has been their guy. 14 goals so far for Cincy this season, and I mean, you know, if you look at him for us in the past, it's something that, you know, obviously we lost him in the expansion draft, and you know, you can see that he's really developed, really grown, and he's, you know, gotten some shouts for the U.S. men's national team as maybe someone that should get a look. But you know, just to look back into his history with us, you know, he was someone, a backup striker for us that's offered someone or something of a different option than Josef Martinez, and definitely in some U.S. Open Cup matches did some good work for us. And yeah, I mean, in total, he scored 6 goals for the first team in 2019, 3 for LA United 2. In 2018, he didn't score for the first team, but netted 2 for LA United 2. In 2017, scored 3 goals for the first team, didn't play for the 2s. And he also scored 4 goals in 2019 in the U.S. Open Cup, our leading scorer in that competition. 0 goals in 2018 in the U.S. Open Cup, but he did score 2 goals in the 2017 U.S. Open Cup. So yeah, he has been fairly consistent, you know, in that backup striker role for us in the past, and he's really come out of his shell, and you know, definitely grown into one of the yeah, I mean, he's leading MLS and in goals, and so definitely someone that's yeah, I think it was interesting as well is that he's got the same amount of goals this year as his whole entire LA United career, which was for the first team and the 2s of 14. And yeah, shouts out to associate producer Michael Weiss for all those great stats and research. And another quick shout out for him as well. He has taken on some moderator duties in our Discord community, and definitely go out and check out our Discord community. There's lots of great discussion on a daily basis. You should yeah, hop in and join. But getting into the predictions from the pundits from MLS, writer-wise, yeah, they didn't expect Cincy to do this well. They pretty much had them at as low as 14th and as high as 12th, so definitely they are doing way, way better than expected. Although, I think this shows the kind of maybe mediocrity of the Eastern Conference a little bit. That, yeah, the Goal difference right now is -3 for FC Cincy, 40 goals for and 43 goals conceded. So definitely, kind of on its head of kind of what FC Cincy were known in the past as, maybe more of the kind of strong defensive squad. But definitely a squad that can attack and also can concede. But getting into the starting 11 predictions, I think, Rios Novo seems to be the man that Pineda wants to go with. So Rios Novo will be between the sticks as well for me. Getting into that back line, I think it's McFadden keeps his place. Purata and Franco are growing in chemistry and have been a decent center back pairing as of yet recently. And I think Andrew Gutman will get that nod at left back. A little bit more solidity defensively against a strong side, in terms of attack-wise, and maybe gives Caleb Wiley a little bit of a rest. There have been a lot of minutes for the young kid as well, so Gutman comes in for me. Into midfield, that's where I'm getting a little bit more aggressive here, but Santiago Sosa is my defensive midfielder, and Marcelino Moreno, who also, of course, came on for Rossetto, in that first half, he comes in as a central midfielder for me here. And I think attack-wise, it looks like we have been kind of keeping a little bit of the same front four, and I would try to keep that chemistry going as well. So pretty attacking here, but Araujo, Almada, and Cisneros in the attacking midfield positions, and Josef up top. Obviously, there has been some chatter about if Josef Martinez has been losing it a little bit in some of the aspects of his game that we have come to know him for. Maybe not always making the runs and not showing, that work rate that he has in the past. But yeah, unfortunately, it's one of those things where I think it's still a little bit of that. He's coming back from the injury. It's still that second year, as we know. I mean, that third year, I think usually is when players can really come back and get back to their best. But hopefully Josef can, and we'd really love him to as well. But Cisneros would maybe provide that little bit of a runner in behind, and so maybe Josef is the guy that's holding it up, but Cisneros can be the guy that can find those opportunities either over the top or in behind. But what do you guys think? Let us know what your starting 11 predictions are in the comments below. But that gets us into the score predictions, and we're on the road here. We're against the side that just beat the Philadelphia Union. Hopefully we can beat a trap game for Cincy, but unfortunately I don't think this one's in the cards for us. I unfortunately think it's a 2-1 loss. But what do you guys think? Let us know in those comments below. But that pretty much does it for the entire show, except for the question of the day. And the question of the day is this a watershed moment for Atl Utd? Winning against the Sounders? Can we turn our season around and make the playoffs? Let's find out. But let me also know what you think in those comment sections below. So, guys, that is the episode. Remember to like, share, comment, subscribe. I've been AJ. Thank you so much for watching.